was cursing at him. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can't say fuck you.
We are live on with Blazing Baseball, episode number 28, where we blaze through today's MLB's topics from the lenses of Astros and Yankees fans. And right now, the Arizona D-backs were playing, and they just finished up the game, but there was an ejection that happened, and it actually is because of a foreign substance check.
Right.
So this is the first time this has happened this season, and there is a video clipped already, and this is on Yahoo Sports by Jose M. Romero. And we just watched the highlight, but I want to go over and make sure that we understand why he was ejected, because it might have just been for a lot of F-bombs.
I think so.
Because even after watching that video, I think there's still questions.
Right.
After that,
it appeared that Baumgartner yelled at the home plate umpire, and as he walked to go into the dugout, he had his hand checked for substance in case he had some substance on his hands, which is what they're doing after every inning. And he had some words with the first base umpire, who then ejected him. And man, he was upset. Ooh. So
it actually wasn't because of the foreign substance.
I don't think so.
It was because there was a conversation that happened between him and the first base coach.
Yep. First base umpire.
Base umpire,
yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
And this happened after the first inning, too.
Yep.
The second ejection of his career, Madison Bumgarner says. Does not touch screen, sorry.
Yeah.
It says the at times fiery Bumgarner appeared to have said something to first base umpire Dan Bellino while Bellino was checking his glove in hand after the first inning. Bellino. Well, now it says Bellno, so maybe it's probably just a typo. Bellino ended the conversation with a comment that Bumgarner took exception to, and an argument ensued. Right. Bumgarner gave up a lead home run to Miami's John Berti to start the bottom of the first, and was seen pacing, muttering near the mound after a close pitch was not called a strike. Bumgarner had to be held back by teammates after the injection.
He did.
So the article doesn't really specify.
No. Not yet.
So yeah, I think some more information. We're gonna probably get more information on this topic.
Yep.
But that is what we have so far, is that Bumgarner was ejected after one inning. So that's
right.
That's tough for the D-backs.
Right, but they did win the game. The game just ended. The Diamondbacks just won the game over Miami Marlins 8-7.
It was a close one.
So even though Baumgartner got the hook and got kicked out of the game in the first inning, the Diamondbacks still won the game 8-7.
Yep, and around the league right now we have, that game happened, and another game that happened was the Cards and the Royals. The Cards won 10-0 over the Royals. Right now, on top of the ninth, the Padres are winning 5-4 over the Guardians.
Close one.
And also, another game that happened today is the Tigers and Pirates, and the Pirates lost 2-3 to the Tigers. And right now, the Braves are winning 9-1 over the Mets, and the Rays and A's are tied 0-0. And right now, the Astros and Mariners are in the bottom of the sixth.
Astros are winning.
And the Astros are winning 5-0.
All right.
And later today, we have the Pirates at Tigers, the Padres at Guardians, the Rangers at Phillies, the Twins at Orioles, the Yankees at Blue Jays, the Angels at Red Sox, the Reds at Brewers, the White Sox at Cubs, the Nats at Rockies, and the Giants at the Dodgers. And so last night, the Astros won 0-4, and Dusty Baker got his 2,000th career win, according to ESPN.com and CNN. He's the first black manager in history, and he is the 12th manager to ever do this.
2,000 games. And he said he didn't focus on it until 4 or 5 years ago when he realized he had a chance to get to 2,000 wins. So he's been trying to get that number for 4 or 5 years now, and he did it. Big achievement. Wonderful congratulations to Dusty Baker, manager of the Astros.
Nice. It says here on this one is on CNN. It says, on the same evening, Baker's son, Darren, had a walk-off sacrifice fly when a batter hits a ball high into the air to the outfielder or foul territory, which allows a runner to score for the Wilmington Blue Rocks to bring home the winning run in a 3-2 victory over the Bowling Green Hot Rods.
All right.
That's pretty cool.
Minor league baseball.
I didn't even know. Yeah.
That's fun
his
stuff.
Son was in the minor leagues. That's pretty cool.
That's very cool. And the way that Dusty Baker won his 2000th game was the Astros beat the Mariners 4-0 in Houston last night. It was a great game for Altuve. He's back. Altuve had a home run and an RBI. Alvarez had a home run and he had an RBI, and Pena had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. So the Astros scored 4 runs on 5 hits versus the Mariners, who only had 4 hits and no runs. So the winning pitcher was Javier for the Astros. He's 2-0 with a .96 ERA. And then we had shutout 3 innings by Taylor, Matten, and Abreu. They were outstanding and gave up only 2 hits over the remainder of the game. And the Mariners had 5 hits. And that was it. That was it for the shutout. There was 23,796 fans at Minute Maid Stadium in Houston last night cheering on Dusty Baker and the Houston Astros.
Yep. And today, May 4th, may the 4th be with you. Our lineup today for the Mariners is Matt Brash on the mound, who's a right-handed pitcher who's 1 for 2 with a 7.65 ERA and 19 strikeouts. Then up first for them is Frazier at second base. France at DH, Crawford at shortstop, Winker at left field, Suarez at third base, Toro at first base, Rodriguez at center field, Kalenic at right field, and Torrens at catcher. And then for the Astros, we have Justin Verlander on the mound, right-handed pitcher, who is 2-1 with a 1.41 ERA and 30 strikeouts.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. And then up first, we have Altuve at second base, Brantley at left field, Bregman at third base, Alvarez at DH, Gurriel at first base, Tucker at right field, Diaz at shortstop, Castro at catcher, and McCormick at center field.
And the Astros are winning. Just scored 6-0.
Yep.
It looks like Altuve's already got a hit. Brantley's got 2 hits. Bregman's got 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Brantley's got 2 RBIs. Gurriel's got a hit and an RBI already. So going into the 7th inning, we're up 6-0.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how were the Yankees yesterday?
Yankees. Yankees won 9-1 over the Toronto Blue Jays in Toronto. Yankees have won 11 games in a row. They're 18-6 in first place in the AL East. The Blue Jays are 15-10, and they're in second place in the AL East. So Hicks had 2 hits and an RBI. The Judge had a homer and 2 hits and 3 RBIs. Stanton had a homer and 2 RBIs. And Gonzalez had 2 hits, 2 doubles, and an RBI. So the Yankees scored 9 runs on 10 hits, where the Toronto Blue Jays scored 1 run on 8 hits. So it was a really good game from the Yankees from a hitting perspective and from a pitching perspective. Talon went 6 innings. He got the win, and he's 2-1 with a 2.84 ERA. The Yankees closed out with 3 pitchers. One pitcher per inning, Peralta, Castro, and Luigi, and they only gave up 3 hits and no runs. So the Yankees ended up winning the game 9-1. And that was in front of 22,491 fans in Toronto.
Nice. And then, the Yankees play today at 7:07 at Rogers Center.
Here you go.
And Nestor Cortez will be on the mound starting, who is a left-hander who is 1-0 with a 1.31 ERA and 28 strikeouts. And then for the Blue Jays, we have Yusei Kikuchi, who's a left-handed pitcher who is 0-for-1 with a 5.52 ERA and 13 strikeouts. And then on the mound first for the Yanks, we have LeMahieu at second base, Judge at right field, Rizzo at first base, Stanton at DH, Donaldson at third base, Hicks at center field, Gallo at left field, Kenner Falefa at shortstop, and Higashioka at catcher. And then for the Blue Jays up first, we have Springer at DH, Bichette at shortstop, Guerrero Jr. at first base, Gurriel Jr. At left field, Chapman at third base, Espino at second base, Capra at right field, Heineman at catcher, and Zimmer at center field.
Yeah, and the Judge is batting well against the Toronto Blue Jays. He's batting 303.
Nice.
So he's pretty hot right now against the Blue Jays. Hopefully he's going to have another good game tonight. Here comes the Judge.
Yep, and then how was UT looking?
UT won, but first let's do the standings.
Oh, yes, the standings.
And then we'll do the UT.
Right. In the AL East, the Yanks are first, 3.5 games over Toronto.
Yeah.
AL Central, the Twins are 4 games over Cleveland. In the AL West, the Angels are 1.5 game over Houston. In the NL East, the Mets are 5 games over the Marlins. And the NL Central, the Cards are 2 games under the Brewers.
The Brewers are first 16-8.
And the NL West, the Dodgers are half a game over the Padres.
Yeah, Dodgers are 15-7. Yankees are hot. Yankees are 18-6. They're the hottest team in baseball right now.
Yep.
Okay, the Mets are 18-8. So they're a little bit hotter than the Mets.
Yep.
For New York.
Yep.
All right. So
I think they have the best win streak right now.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I hope they keep it going tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Texas Longhorns beat the Houston Baptists last night. They moved to be 32-16 on the season, 19-7 at home. They're 9-9 in the conference, and they are. Well, it was 13-3 win last night, so they had a lot of offense. They were hitting like crazy, and they're going to play West Virginia starting on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Morgantown, West Virginia, which is interconference play for the Big 12.
Nice. Could be some good games.
Some good games coming up and important games head-to-head for the conference.
Yep. And where was that? Where's your phone? Where's the article? There was one more thing before we leave Blazing Baseball today. Another interesting fact that it was on this article, it says, of Dusty Baker, it says, quote, he is one of only 2 individuals in MLB history to produce 1,800 hits as a player and 1,800 wins as a manager.
Wow.
Joe Torre is the other.
And Joe Torre, who was also the manager of the Yankees and the LA Dodgers. Wow. Interesting statistic.
Yep.
2 great players and 2 great managers.
Yep.
Well, there you have it.
Yep. And we'll catch y'all next time on Blazing Baseball.
Blazing Baseball. Peace out.